Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my Pendulum Magician deck profile. Really love this deck. This deck has a very good place in my heart. Ever since Joker and Double Iris came back to 3, I've played this deck constantly. Obviously with Cashier in the format, it's kind of not good at the moment, but I thought I'd just give you an updated profile. This is just a fun variant that I love to play. But yeah, if I was playing this competitively, I'd probably change it completely. But if you just want to have fun, mess around with this, take my list as a guide, and then play what you guys would want. Sorry. But yeah, I'll get into the deck profile. Play 3 Harmonized Magician. So this card, if it's Pendulum summoned, you special summon a Magician from the deck. But it can't be Pendulum summoned from the extra deck, which is kind of is what it is. But you summon like Oath Dragon to make Baron, any of the level 4s to make Synchro 8s or rank 4s. This card's actually insane. And its Pendulum effect, the scale effect is all monsters you control gain 100 attacking defense for each Magician Pendulum monster with different names in the extra deck, which can come up for OTKs, but it's just a really good card. Followed by the second Broken Magician, 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. If you have a Magician of form power in your other scale, you can send this to the pop this to put the Magician in your scale. So maybe like Oath Dragon. If you miss an Oath Dragon, put Oath Dragon. Double Iris, anything else, Black Fang, Purple Poison. It's not once per turn, so you add it back with Oath Dragon. It's really insane. 3 Double Iris Magician. If this is treated as a Pendulum Dragon, so you can add it off Dauntless Alliance. And if it's destroyed by battle or by card effect, you could add the Pengraphs, one of the Pengraphs, so star all time. And its Pendulum effect is once per turn, you can target a Dark Spellcaster monster you control, apply this effect. It basically doubles the damage. So if you have Time Star, you attack into your opponent's monster, they take double the damage. So just a random scenario like that. 3 Oath Dragon Magician. This card basically adds your magicians back. So it's basically like Master Rule 5 or 4 didn't exist. So you add back your Harmonizing. Depends on from hand. And if it's special summoned or normal summoned, you get to add a magician or those back from the grave, so it's got double utilities, really good. For the other magicians, 3 Purple Poison. I like playing 3 because going second, this card's actually insane. It can break balls just by itself. And the destroy effect's not once per turn. So if you attack into something, you can possibly destroy something that's really problematic. And its scale effect is if a Dark Spellcaster attacks, you can, during the damage step, before damage calc, this gains 1/2 and then destroy it. And then you destroy a card, so it can possibly be good for ATKs. 1 Earth, 1 Black Fang Magician, good for utility, and bring stuff back from the Dark Spellcaster back from the grave. So yeah, pretty good. For Form Pals, 3 Pendulum Sorcerer. This stuff pops like your Double Iris, your Purple Poisons, or anything you control to add 2 cards. So you can add Joker or Celestial or any other form power you want to play in this deck. But yeah, pretty good. 3 Joker, best card, one of the best cards in the deck. It searches your entire monster lineup, except 6 cards, but it searches any form power or Magician, Pendulum, or allies monster from your deck. So it's really good. I know it's been back at 3 for a bit. It feels good to finally play Magicians. I love this deck to bits, but I love Joker as well. I love all the Magicians. I love Pendulums in general, but 3 Celestial Magician. So this card at 3 is actually insane. So you can play around Nibiru with this deck by, I'll show you afterwards, but if you have, so for example, if you have Harmonizing this and another level 4, Harmonizing effect will summon out Oath Dragon. Oath Dragon will go into Baron to be your 5th summon. And then Celestial will trigger to stop your opponent activating monster effects. And and get tired of Pendulum in face. So it turns off like Bestials and just random stuff like that. Really good. And its Pendulum effect is if one exact fusion synchro XE monster you control it with special summon from the extra deck is destroyed by battle by opponent's card effect, you can special summon it. So if they attack over your Baron, you can actually destroy this, bring back the Baron. Yeah, it's really insane, this card. For the extenders, 3 Curtain Raiser as a starter, gets you into Beyond the Pendulum. It's also a rank 4 to make stuff like Dweller, Tornado, Baguska, and just random stuff like that. And it's got a random effect that it can actually trade with Nat Beast. If they have Nat Beast, obviously if a Shizu Runic is Naturia Shizu Runic is in the format, you can actually null summon the Curtain Raiser and actually attack over the Nat Beast, because while you're controlling monsters, this becomes 2/2. It's just random stuff like that. But yeah, and then 3 Kashtira Fenrir. You can pen summon this, but it's also, you can special summon this and go to battle, and if you have an anti-spell, and you can get rid of the anti-spell, you can get rid of the anti-spell and play on. Also, it can add another copy of itself, so you can pen summon it, and it becomes like a free link too with any, you special summon it and the normal summon, go into Magician, go into Beyond the Pendulum, and then carry on with your plays. 3 Pot of Prosperity for consistency, and digs for your side deck cards, and just gets anything you're missing. The half damage is not really relevant if you're going first, but just more consistency. Speaking of more consistency, 3 Dauntless Alliance. This adds you Star Pengraph, Pencool, Pendulum Sorcerer, Double Iris. Just more consistency. Just random stuff like that. 3 Pencool. More consistency again, and it stops your, and you can add 2 Magicians with different names and stuff. So yeah. 1 Star Pengraph stops your adds when a Magician leaves the field, you can add another Pendulum Magician, and it stops your spellcasters being your opponent cannot target spellcaster monsters you control with spell cards or effects. So it's pretty good. And so also I'm playing 2 Time Pendulum. So this card's actually really good now. Also, we've lost Scythe, Hulk, and all that, but I'm trying 2 Time Pengraph to see how good it is. I know 1 is amazing, but with Kashtira banishing your extra deck, you kind of want, banishing your main deck, you kind of want another one just to out stuff. Seeing how it works, but your opponent cannot target spellcasters I control with trap effects, and if I can target a Magician Pendulum or Magician Pendulum and one card your opponent controls and destroy them, but if I can't destroy one of them, it sends in the cards. So it's really insane. But yeah, that's my Magician deck. So 43. But yeah, time for the extra deck. So I play 2 Beyond the Pendulum with Kashtira, and they look at your extra deck, they'll probably remove one of Beyond the Pendulum, so 2's pretty insane, pretty standard. 1 Masquerena for the Unicorn combo. The format's still new, so I'm trying new things out. So Masquerena, it's really insane. 1 Celine. With Kashtira, the argument could be to bump this up, which I probably will do. If I do, it'll be take out the Masquerena and the Nightmare Unicorn to play a 2nd Celine and something else. But Unicorn is good generically and stuff like that. 1 Access Code to OTKs. 1 Appaloosa to make going first. Synchros. 1 Ignis to Prominence to get rid of stuff that can't be targeted and is problematic. So yeah, really insane. 1 Clear Wing. So there's actually a funny interaction you can do. So if you Book of Eclipse your opponent's board, you can actually make this and then destroy all your opponent's monsters. Just something random like that. That's why it's in here. I would side Book of Eclipse for the Kashtira matchup, but I'm only playing this deck for fun, this format. So 1 Baron. Stapling this deck now. Can pop Double Iris and stuff to add the Pengraph, and it's normally negate. 1 Dweller for Tia, because they're still around. Tier elements against stuff like Burning Abyss, Salamangreat, any graveyard deck. But yeah, 1 Tornado Dragon. Pops back row, 1 time star. This one could be bumped, probably bumped to 2 of Castor, ripping cards out your deck if you really want to. But yeah, 1 Baguska, because really good against stuff like Sword Soul Branded, Flunderies, they're still in the format and stuff like that. 1 Zeus. Yeah, that's the lineup. So any changes you could make if you don't want to play if you want to play Selene and stuff, you could take out the IP in Masquerena for another time star Selene if you really want to. But I'm trying this list out, see how it works. But yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching and cheers.